There is a place on Earth where no sunrise has ever happened, no tree has ever grown, no human has ever stood freely. A place so dark that even darkness feels heavy. A place so deep that the weight of the entire ocean presses down with silent violence. And somehow, life not only survives there, it thrives. Nothing about that should make sense. And yet, it does. Tonight, we're going deeper than most humans ever will into the deep sea. First, understand something unsettling. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, but over 80% of it remains unexplored. We have mapped Mars more clearly than we have mapped our own ocean floor. That alone doesn't make sense. How can we understand space better than the water beneath our feet? But the deeper mystery isn't what we haven't seen, it's what we have seen. Because the moment we lowered cameras into the deep, biology started breaking rules. Let's begin with depth. At the surface, sunlight powers everything. Plants convert light into energy. Small animals eat the plants. Bigger animals eat them. It's simple, logical. But once you descend below 200 meters, light begins to fade. Colors disappear. Red goes first, then orange, then yellow. By 1,000 meters, there is no light left at all. This is called the midnight zone. Permanent darkness. If sunlight is the foundation of life, then life here should collapse. But instead, it evolves into something stranger. In this darkness, eyes become useless, or they become enormous. Some deep-sea creatures have eyes so large they dominate their skull. Why? Because even the faintest flash of light matters. But here's the paradox. If there is no sunlight, where does the light come from? The answer is one of the strangest adaptations in nature: bioluminescence. Nearly 90% of deep-sea organisms can produce their own light. That means the majority of animals in the largest habitat on Earth glow. Think about that. The dominant form of communication in the deep ocean is light. Flashes, glows in total darkness. That should make sense. Light requires energy. Energy is rare in the deep sea. Food is scarce. Some animals survive weeks without eating. So why waste energy producing light? Because down there, light is survival. It's bait. It's camouflage. It's deception. The anglerfish dangles a glowing lure in front of its mouth. Prey approaches, curious. In one violent motion, it disappears. Some squid eject glowing clouds instead of ink, confusing predators. Other fish glow underneath their bodies to match faint surface light, hiding their shadows. In darkness, light becomes invisibility. That's backwards, and that's why it doesn't make sense. Now let's talk about pressure. At sea level, your body experiences 1 atmosphere of pressure. It feels normal, but descend 1,000 meters, and pressure increases over 100 times. At the deepest trench, nearly 11,000 meters down, pressure exceeds 1,000 atmospheres. If you were there right now, your lungs would collapse instantly. Your blood chemistry would fail. Your skeleton would compress. Humans are not designed for that world, but deep-sea organisms are. And they solve the pressure problem in a way that defies intuition. They stopped fighting it. Many deep-sea fish don't have swim bladders, air-filled sacs that help control buoyancy. Air would collapse under pressure, so evolution removed it. Their bodies are soft, gelatinous, flexible. They are almost the same density as water. Instead of resisting pressure, they blend with it. Imagine adapting so completely to your environment that crushing force becomes irrelevant. It feels alien. Because it is. Temperature is another contradiction. The deep ocean hovers near freezing, around 2 to 4 degrees Celsius. Cold slows metabolism. Cold slows movement. Cold slows life. Which is why many deep-sea species grow slowly and live for astonishing lengths of time. Some deep-sea sharks are believed to live for centuries. Think about that. A creature swimming in darkness since before the Industrial Revolution. Still alive, still adapting. Time behaves differently down there. Everything slows, including aging. But perhaps the strangest contradiction lies on the ocean floor itself, hydrothermal vents. Cracks in the Earth's crust that release superheated water. Temperatures can exceed 400 degrees Celsius. Toxic chemicals pour out constantly. It should be uninhabitable. No sunlight, extreme heat, poisonous compounds. And yet these vents host entire ecosystems. Giant tube worms, blind shrimp, exotic crabs, all surviving not on sunlight but on chemicals. This process is called geosynthesis. Instead of converting light into energy, bacteria convert chemicals into energy, which feeds larger organisms. This discovery changed everything. It proved life doesn't need sunlight. For centuries, we believed sunlight was essential. The deep sea proved us wrong. And if life can survive here, then maybe it can survive beneath the icy crust of distant moons. Maybe oceans in space are not empty. Maybe they are waiting. Now consider this. Every night, the largest migration on Earth happens. Not on land, not in the sky, but in the ocean. Trillions of tiny organisms rise from the depths toward the surface to feed. Then before dawn, they sink back into darkness. This is called vertical migration, and it happens every single night, silently, globally. It's the largest movement of life on Earth, and most humans will never see it. Does that make sense? That the biggest migration on the planet is invisible. The deep sea also rewrites anatomy. Some fish have transparent heads. Some have teeth that are longer than their skulls. Some can detach their jaws to swallow prey larger than themselves. These designs look unfinished, broken, unnatural. But in an environment where food might appear once a month, you don't evolve elegance, you evolve extremes. If a meal appears, you take it, no matter the size. And then there is isolation, no seasons, no weather, no sunlight cycles, no storms. Just stability for millions of years, while continents shifted, while dinosaurs vanished, while ice ages came and went. The deep sea remained relatively unchanged. It is Earth's memory, preserved in darkness, which may explain why some species appear almost prehistoric, unaltered, ancient, like living fossils. But here's the uncomfortable truth. We are now entering this world. Deep sea mining is being explored. Plastic has been found in the deepest trenches. Noise pollution travels vast distances underwater. In a world that evolved slowly, we are introducing rapid change, and we barely understand the consequences. Because the truth is, we still don't fully understand how this ecosystem works. We don't know how interconnected it is. We don't know how fragile it might be. And we don't know what happens if we disturb it. That uncertainty is dangerous. So why doesn't the deep sea make sense? Because it exposes our assumptions. We assumed life needs sunlight. It doesn't. We assumed pressure limits survival. It doesn't. We assumed darkness equals emptiness. It doesn't. We assumed extreme environments reduce biodiversity. They don't. The deep sea forces us to redefine what normal means. It teaches us that life is not fragile in the way we think. It is adaptable beyond imagination. It evolves in silence, in darkness, under crushing weight, and it thrives. The next time you look at the ocean, remember, beneath that calm surface is the largest habitat on Earth, alien, ancient, unseen. A world where light is created instead of received, where pressure is ignored, where food chains run on chemicals instead of sunshine. A world that shouldn't exist, but does. And the deeper we explore, the more we realize nothing about the deep sea makes sense. And maybe that's exactly why it matters.